Afternoon and welcome to the ALEC 50th annual meeting here in Orlando, Florida. We have a very special guest right now, Cathie Wood, ARC Investments, Innovation Foundation. So much to do, so much to ask, and there's only a few minutes to go. So first off, what are you seeing right now by way of the education system that we have here in the United States? What's the innovation that they're missing that would be the easiest thing just to add into the curriculum right now?
I think it's a mindset change, actually, and the Innovation Foundation, is all about training teachers to embrace innovation, not be afraid of it. Things are changing so quickly, so teacher training is critical, and then the curriculum really has to evolve to embrace innovation, critical thinking, creativity. This idea of the world is changing so fast. We're all going to be lifelong learners, and it's going to be fun. That's what we have to do and introducing gamification into education. So I think the subject matter itself, whether we're talking about artificial intelligence with ChatGPT, really capturing the imagination of consumers and businesses, now students and teachers. So AI, robotics, energy storage, blockchain technology, multi-omic sequencing, that's in the life sciences space. These are very exciting, life-changing technologies. And just getting students interested in them, inspired by them, obsessed with them, so that they actually go out and help us change the world is the promise here.
Oh, definitely. And it was just a small example. That might be when you were up on stage earlier with Dr. Laffer, you brought out the cello.
Yes.
And talking about that, and it's like sort of, my heart skipped a beat because you were talking about, we got this, we built this in 4 or 5 hours?
5 hours instead of 5 months.
And the fraction of the cost that it was?
$600 instead of $6,000. And the cello is, I can't say it's just as good as Yo-Yo Ma's, but no, it's not too far because of the way they've used generative AI and 3D printing together. So that's what's happening now is we're seeing convergences between and among technologies that are creating explosive growth opportunities and creating products that we couldn't even imagine a few years ago.
Yeah, just right off the bat, as I was seeing all that, I'm thinking, get one of those. I can really get a nice acoustic guitar now. I can finally get that baby grand printed up that I wanted.
There you go.
Really set things up there.
And the furniture, this idea of a table, maybe being able to 3D print a table. Right now it's in 30 minutes, but it's with a combination of generative AI and the progress in 3D printing, that's going to go down to 10 minutes.
Wow.
And so I know that Cathie, which is the company informing of me, who made the furniture and telling me a little bit about it, it believes that that we are going to be competitive now with making that same piece of furniture in Mexico with very low cost labor.
Right.
Because of the automation.
Yeah, and we're even seeing some of the stuff with it's not exactly 3D printed houses, but they have the ones that are pouring the concrete by using the AI and the technology. Exactly. Just amazing to see some of that stuff at work. I know we're running into the end of the whole thing, so I'm going to switch gears a little quick and just say that, I bought in at 35 on ARC, and I'm very happy with other performances going right now. And I see the other things going out there is all of us are trying to add just a little bit more to the retirement income.
Yes.
But what are some of the bigger challenges that you're seeing today for the average retail investor into the market? I'd say, what's the biggest mistake that the average retail investor is making?
Well, there are two. One is taking the easy way out, I would say, and that is using these very passive index funds that cost maybe 5 basis points or 0.05% because they're so inexpensive.
Right.
You get what you pay for. And passive indexes are all about how the world has worked. The companies at the top of those benchmarks are there because of their past success. If we are going into a world of truly disruptive innovation, is going to transform every industry, then those are not the right companies. By definition, they're focused on the future, and their success is very futures based. So that's one. And of course, consider the source. You mentioned ARKK, which 35, and now it's nearly, I guess it's
high 40s, low 50s.
High 40s. So fantastic. I think the market is starting to look over this horrible hump that interest rate move presented, and is looking at the other side of it. The second mistake is not diversifying enough. So, and not rebalancing. So just to give you a sense, with our strategy, during COVID, this is the flagship strategy. It went from, I think it was 30 to 160, what didn't even take a year. And there were many people, the more it went up, the more they piled in. If you're in, it's very important that you rebalance, that yes, keep a certain percentage in innovation, but when we go through these hyperbolic moves, take profits, so that you are psychologically prepared to buy on the way down.
Right.
And then the other thing is, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Be diversified. Now, I am not well diversified, so I don't practice what I preach there. But that's because I eat, drink, breathe, live investing, and I have a very long-term time horizon. So I know if it goes down that it will come back. But I think most people don't have my constitution and aren't doing this moment by moment. So I think a good diversification strategy is the other piece of advice.
So you speak about the Constitution. I know personally that I panicked a few times earlier on when I shouldn't have, and I'm kicking myself now that I didn't. So yes, broad base, diversification, keep it going.
Yes.
Well, thank you very much. Here we are with the ALEC 50th Annual Meeting in Orlando. Cathie Wood, thank you for taking the time.
Thank you, Lars. Very happy to spend this time with you.